We have done it. We have done it. We have finally accomplished what we set out to do.
We
this whole time.
We now have an insanely profitable podcast.
We have gained $10 each.
Yeah. Well, you guys got $10.
Oh.
I have a salary, but
I see.
you guys are like 1099s or whatever.
We're like 1099s?
Yeah, you're easily replaceable contractors.
Well, we've done it, but
Yeah.
we did it. We made money.
We did.
We
We did make money thanks to you, the listener.
Thanks to you, the listener. Yes,
we've lined our pockets. What are you going to blow your $10 on?
Oh, buying a little booklet, just some little booklet.
Oh, some little booklet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the booklet in a second. What are you blowing your $10 on?
Is that a part
your
of it?
hard-earned money?
Is that a part of it?
Part of what?
You said you're going to do a gag or something.
Huh? The gag?
What's
you were
the
expecting a gag?
Casey's got a gag after I do the.
I'm being
the
completely
websites.
honest here. No, we
What's the booklet?
We actually proved that we've reached out to people that have appreciated us.
Yeah,
But
it's really
we've
cool, and
also
I'm
made
very
money, so
grateful.
we really don't have to make any more episodes.
right. No, this
Just
is
deliver it,
this is
yeah.
now officially like I want to as quick as possible get to the point where I just think I'm just above everyone because of the money that we make because of this, like rockstar lifestyle. You're living the rockstar lifestyle anyway, but I need money to back it up. My self-esteem has a monetary value assigned to it. Yeah,
I see.
that value just so happens to be $10.
What's in the booklet?
I'll get to the fucking booklet.
Don't ask about what's in the booklet.
You just said a booklet.
Yeah.
No, seriously, thank you everybody for your support and for all the really cool questions. When we've completely run out of stuff to talk about, so the questions really, really help. I blew my $10 on this Laughing Lab Scottish Ale for tonight. Ooh, these bottles are sweating for tonight's episode, so we'll be
I'll pay you back.
extra
you
wet,
go.
extra. No,
Oh, okay.
no. I mean, okay, if you want, I guess, but like, I'm
There you
not
go.
gonna. But I feel bad. It's your cut.
Matt is just
that what
offering
you're-
$5
so you're-
immediately.
You're blowing half of your cut on beer. So what's the other $5 going to?
Yeah. What are you gonna do with your $5?
I got more than that.
Yeah, but
Man,
That's-
the first
Don't
bit
tell
of money you
Casey
get
that.
from your official podcast, and you blow half of it on beer. That's
Yeah.
that's
Get
pretty
some,
irresponsible.
Probably
It
get
is
some
very-
mints.
mints, Altoids. Are you an Altoids man?
No.
Icebreakers.
Can you still get Altoids now?
Yeah.
Where you get them?
What
Convenience store.
You said that like how you used to buy be able to buy like heroin in a pharmacy. You said
Kinda
it like
feels
that.
like
Like,
that.
oh, can you still buy Altoids? It's like Altoids didn't have crack in them.
Yeah,
Like,
but
what
they
do
had
you-
like a metal tin. No one does that.
except for Altoids.
They still do the metal tins?
Yeah, it's their like brand.
I don't know if I get Altoids.
Well,
It's kind of too big in your pocket.
what do you want?
It is fun though. They go shh, 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 when you want it.
It is a shaker
Because like the
effect.
other stuff, like if I get not menthol, if I get the
Jesus, I told him
We
he burped
we tried to
3
get it all
times
out and it
before we
still
started
didn't.
this. I said, get
yeah.
them all out.
what those I forgot those Mentos, those chewy mints.
What, the Lifesavers?
No,
No,
the
the
other
men-
chewy mints, the circular.
Yeah, Mentos.
Mentos.
No, the ones that are in that tube.
A tube.
But
Yes,
you chew and you eat them.
What, a paper tube?
Is it Mentos or
It's
something?
Mentos.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, it's
Mentos.
not. It'd be.
I like those. I'll just eat the whole tube.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Boom, 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 boom.
I can't. I've had Mentos only a couple times in my life, but every time I can't. I just.
Yeah, I
do
don't
it
know how
all.
you're supposed to.
You
Because
just put your finger up and go. You just put them all in your mouth, and then
in my mouth.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that,
What?
Let's see.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I eat them. I eat them. They're in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The whole tube.
The whole thing.
That was real.
Okay.
Yeah, you okay?
Great. There's another burp.
Just shitting them out one by one. The fucking.
Do you hate it when
Tink,
people,
tink.
while you're singing karaoke, people are like burping?
No, I don't hear that.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it.
I like the idea that people are getting doing karaoke super drunk and being like, and
Oh no, I've heard that happen.
have people like gotten like really nervous and like on stage and like stopped?
Yeah.
Did you guys heckle them?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because he's right there, like singing them in their face.
See, that's what. Yeah.
He always is like, I can sing even though I'm not on the mic, and he's like sings it at their face. He's like singing them down while they're trying to.
You got to do better than me. Yeah, you're like upstaging them while without a mic.
He would do that. Yeah. He doesn't think it's a bad thing, but they're like freaking out, like pissing themselves. Like it's just the piss is so much. It's just on their like leg down the floor. It's a huge puddle.
It's funny
because
like I think you are being half serious, but I have seen, especially that one competition you did when you were like singing along with one of the songs, but you were doing it louder and better than the person who was singing the song. And I know it wasn't intentional, but absolutely.
Did I?
It was intentional.
Oh, absolutely. Was it intentional? I don't think you're that bad of a guy.
He doesn't sing unintentionally.
You look like a bad motherfucker right now. You look like a fucking. You look like someone who belongs to an organization called the Snakes.
The Snakes.
Despite the cheetah print, you look like someone who's a snake.
Sounds
you know
like
what I
you've
mean?
been from Journey.
You look like a Biff.
I look like Biff.
You look like a Biff. You fucker. Was that an insult? I don't know if that's an insult.
I don't know. Just the tone. The tone. I did not like your tone.
I did not like my tone. No, I mean, I don't think it's not that you've done it on purpose. You don't like go up to. I really want to see you do that. Go right up in front of someone, and you're like clearly like you're standing up on a table, like body blocking them on the stage. And you're
I don't know. He goes
them.
pretty close to that.
Damn.
Close. Yeah, they'll be singing a song, and he'll just be in their face.
See, now you're with those sunglasses, and I can't tell whether you're taking what I'm saying as a joke or not.
Yeah, it's a mystery element. You've got no idea.
I got no
You gotta
idea.
go. You gotta go one of those nights.
See, we're gonna stop the podcast at one point, and we're gonna think we'd be funny, and then you're gonna take your glasses off. You've been crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the. Where's that from?
They did that in American Dad.
Yes, that was it. That was the
Roger's roast.
Yeah, he's just like, and then he's like wiping off a tear.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
actually he's crying.
Yeah, he's like sobbing because they lay into his ass, and he literally says like, "Just roast me, just lay into me." Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
that's a good episode. Nice.
Wow.
So what are you? Oh,
What's
so
our
you?
first question?
Well, let me do the things first.
First
First of all, again, you guys are the reason why we get to make a whole 10 clams, and it's much appreciated. If you have anything you want us to talk about, or if you also want to give us your hard-earned money, it is donate a coffee. Go to wrongroom.net. There will be a link. You can go there. $6. We'll answer any question. We'll read your name. We'll read comments, etc. And then Track Marks, my tabletop role-playing game, has officially been released. You can go to bylecosmo.com, bylecosmo.com. You can buy the PDF for $6.99, and then the print copy will be available through Exalted Funeral for $14, the physical copy, and that'll be very soon because I just shipped today. I shipped a package with the physical copies in it over to them.
Nice.
And that's the pamphlet. That's the pamphlet we're talking about. Which thank you for giving me my hard-earned money back. By giving me $10 for Track Marks, and you get a discount because you know it's the employee.
Oh no,
discount.
I'm gonna get you $2.
You're gonna get me the $2.
You gotta pay the full price. It's not the full book without the full price.
Unless
it's on sale.
I mean, employee discount, like I said.
I'm employee. I didn't help build it.
Well, no, employees
Well,
as in on this podcast.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, now
Would it be partners?
we would be. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Are we now employees now?
No, on the record, no, because I don't want to be held exclusively liable for anything we might end up doing in the future. So no, we are partners and have an equal share. So in that case, you do have to pay me the $12. Otherwise, it's implying that you work for me.
Mm.
And what's disconcerting is that you told me that the remaining $2 are gold coins, which you could easily put over my eyes before you shoot me in the back of the head.
Yeah, you can get through the ferryman. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
God always have options.
Yeah. God always have options. But I want to talk about, I know we got some other topics to go through, but I want to talk about really quick about Track Marks because I wrote it all. So I had the author experience, and then I laid it out. So I had the designer experience, and then I had to pitch it and sell it and set that all up. So I had the publisher experience, and today I got to have the distributor experience. And making my first invoice was fucking scary, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean
like,
by that?
It's just
What kind of invoice would you write?
Well, they bought Exalted Funeral bought the zines from me.
Huh.
And then, so I also had to like, get them shipped out. But then I also had to figure out how to make an invoice through PayPal. And then I also had to figure out like sales tax.
Oh,
and like,
that's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, and that's not all that hard, but now it's like, this is going to be on my taxes and all this stuff. So it's like, I don't know. It's when it finally came out, I'm like, oh my God, this thing I've been laboring over for a decade is finally in my hands. It was really cool, but then it didn't last long because it was immediately like, oh my God, now I have 100 copies of these I need to get rid of. I need to sell these, you know what I mean? And that's it just never ends. But people seem to like it, and I'm really happy about it, but yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy reality.
Because how many did you give to them? 100?
25.
25, okay.
They asked for 25, and then I guess when they sell out of that, they might ask me for more. I don't know how it works. I really have no idea what they want to do.
I guess they would just ask, yeah.
I think they would, yeah.
You just do printings, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like, huge, where you just do constant.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
Yeah, you'd be just on demand,
like that.
yeah.
That'd be horrible.
That's just delays, yeah. Delays and printings.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know how quickly I'm going to get out of this 100, so we'll see. But yeah, and no, it was just interesting how quickly it went from, oh my God, it's done, cool, and then it turned into stock. Then it turned into a box that's taking up space with each book representing money I have not made. You know what I mean? Like money I have not made back. Like it's.
So then, are you gonna start going to game stores now? Then you got all those ducks in order now.
I was probably gonna go to. I sent a copy to Questing Beast to see if he wants to review it, and then I'm probably gonna go to Dungeons and Javas because I have another friend who's selling some of their stuff there. So I'm gonna go and be like, "You want to sell copies?" And maybe conventions have a few. Like I basically always have to carry these around now and just shill, just fucking please buy my book, please.
Yeah, you'll go shopping and
please
buy
my
sir.
Game. Mm-hmm. Sir,
game?
Please.
Game?
You ever heard of a game? Your kids will love it.
Damn,
it's got
these
drugs
egg
in
prices, but this game is on sale. Not really.
Man, eggs are expensive. Want a game?
Want a game? Is that a drug term?
Is that a drug term you want to play?
We'll see.
You want a game? Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations.
Thank you.
That is interesting that if he was a drug dealer and he had this as a thing, he could just be like, here's a side of heroin, and also here's my RPG.
Thanks for buying my book. Also, here's this.
This isn't me selling you drugs. This is a product tie-in.
Yeah.
the black tar heroin I'm selling you.
Yeah, that could happen. And it'd be like, what? And you'd be like, I made an RPG. And then it would just expand there.
I made an RPG about what your life is like now. Here's your heroin.
That's true. It's how dark and bleak it is, yeah. Or like what else, like if I did it, I would walk into someone's home and then I'd be just like, hey, here's the invoice and all that. And then I'm like, also I make an RPG. And then the 80-year-old's like, what?
What?
And I'd be like, do you play RPGs? And it's like, I'm just shit in my bed. I'm like, you could be playing an RPG. All right.
I like it's like, all right, cool, Gramps. I'll throw that on to the invoice for your heroin.
$30. I'm also selling drugs.
I thought that was the whole joke. Now
no,
you're
it's
like
like
going to a
I'm
nursing home
doing
selling...
it. No, I'm like I fix someone's house. And then
I'm
yeah. And then I'm like, I also have an RPG, and they're like, what? This is completely separate industries. That's what I'm saying.
I am a huge fan of aggressive sales tactics like that. It's super annoying. It has the same like, hey, here's my mixtape vibes, and you don't want to take it, but they will like basically bully you until you suddenly realize you've paid him for his shitty mixtape. That's what I aspire to be.
Or like you could take a second job as hotel cleaning and then just leave them under the bed.
Oh yeah, leave like
they're
slips
like, what's
and
this?
Shit like that. Yeah,
and they'd be like, well, that's intriguing. And then you'd walk in as a cleaner, and you'd be like, oh, sorry, it's not for you kind of people.
Yeah,
like, whoa. What does that mean? And you're like, I'll just take it back, sir. Don't worry. I'll get out of your hair. I know you're not the kind of people. I saw you from a distance,
What do you? I kind of lost Casey. What? I kind of lost the plot there for a second. Yeah. Do I need to censor any of that?
No, I lost everything.
Yeah. Whatever you said is going to be out in the world.
I'm describing it as like, you're trying to convince them that, they're not cool enough.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. But it
yeah.
sounded racist. But no,
What?
that's
Why?
good.
What did
No.
I say?
What did you say?
How did it sound racist?
I mean, the you people is a pretty and by you people you mean not like
yeah.
cool-ass
I'm at the
nerds.
KK barbecue and I'm like, whoops, I dropped my RPG game.
You're just
And then it's like it has barbecue all over it.
you're just like
And then they're like, what? What does it say? And I'm
You-
like, no. You people.
now. See, that's what is you just gotta be as like. I love the idea of being so shameless that you're like just showing up at the clan barbecue to sell your game.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I look that shamelessness is that's what I want to do. What I thought of doing was actually printing out like little advertisement slips of paper and putting them in all the D&D rule books at Barnes and Noble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could.
I just can't get caught.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just kind of like,
it's not
what
like
are
I'm
you doing?
vandalizing anything.
You're like, why is your dick in the book?
It'd be funny if masturbating in the books on the romance section.
Yeah.
I had the idea. It would be cool if it was stickers. So not only do I open up to a random page and put a sticker in, so not only
Oh, God,
that's
that's
then it
vandalism.
renders it completely useless. That'd be awesome. Yeah, put it over part. I know the rule books well enough that I could put it over important parts.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Dragonborn right in front of all the stats of the Dragonborn. You're like, nope,
Yep,
that's pointless.
Yep.
Yeah.
They actually, I noticed at Barnes & Noble, they keep all the D&D stuff behind the counter now,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, there's certain sections of it. Tarot cards they do too. Tarot cards.
tarot cards, magic
Sure.
cards too. Probably
Yeah.
stuff that people will steal a lot. I
Yeah,
guess, do
most
people
people steal.
RPG stuff a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I
mean-
don't have a real number to it. I'll just say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't even know. Probably.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What if you also go to like SeaWorld, which we don't have here, and then you're just like, whoops.
What?
Yeah, SeaWorld, just drop a whole crate of books in the water and be like, no, please don't take my valuable products.
It's just soaked, it's ruined, and you're like, no. And they're like, what? Just what? And then you're like,
Fuck,
oh
it
no.
didn't work. I lost $300 worth of merchandise.
Ah,
Fuck.
yeah, but like Shamu's like,
Yeah, he eats it and
And then
he,
it's a
he
shame
grabs it and then he displays it on the
He
big
displays
screen.
it?
Yeah, because he grabs it and then he's like trying to take it out, but then the camera zooms in and then you could see track marks.
Yeah, I'll do fucking anything. I'll fucking do anything.
You go to the grocery store and you put it under all the apples.
It's a great idea.
Oh,
And people are
That's
like,
okay, that
is
was
this
not-
apple
that's a
is this
really good
apple
one.
good? And you'd be like, I don't know. You cool enough?
I want to eventually get. Are you cool enough? The goal is to get rude emails. The goal is
Yeah.
to get like to the Biocosmopolitan email account is to people to be like, you fucking piece of shit. You know, you like took glue and plastered a poster for your dumb game over our show, and now we don't even have money to get to like the next like town for the next show, and I'm just like, psh, I got that money. You know how much money I made? You know,
You could go to church and then tithe the book. And they'd be like, what?
tithe the book, put it in the offering
Yeah.
plate. That's great.
They're like,
That's a
what do
great
we do
idea.
with that? And then they have like small groups and then they do the game.
I break into Bible studies.
Yeah. And you're like,
I
I'm going to kill
steal-
you. Just kidding.
I remove people's Bibles from their little Bible bags and put copies of my.
It's
book
fine.
in
They
there.
don't read them.
Yeah, they don't read them anyway.
Yeah.
Easy.
You could
no
go to
cap bet.
orphanages.
Yep.
I don't have
Yeah?
this anymore.
Be like, oh, you're about to be adopted. You're gonna have parents. Just kidding. Here's my book.
Here's my book.
You got any money, kid?
What if you do that for pet rescues? Is you put it on their chain, and so like, why is this whole book on you? And like, what's this? And you're like, oh, he's just getting into things. And it's like clearly it's like strapped to him, and he's like, oh, he just gets into things.
I just tie like it's like a seagull in a fucking soda can ring. I'm just fucking
it looks
tied.
abusive.
Yeah, I've just tied books to dogs with
Get a
twine.
part-time job as a valet.
Uh-huh.
Park people's cars. When you park them, you leave a book.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fucking odd. Now,
Yeah,
I do want
that's
to.
great.
I do have a giant modification to make it everything we're saying. I'm not going to leave copies of the book because at this point I would be making zero money. So far with this plan, I will have spent hundreds of dollars in printing and not have made a single fucking dime.
Hey,
You
you-
would have made
advertisements
money
and
as the
codes.
part-time valet job.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
can't. You could, but that's literally.
That's not what.
Yeah, but that's the Red Bull. That's how Red Bull did it. You know how Red Bull got big?
They handed it out for free.
No,
What?
they threw it. They literally threw empty cans like near clubs because people thought people were drinking them.
That's fucking genius.
They threw empty cans on the outside of them, so when people left clubs or were left venues, they saw how much of them were and go, oh, man, people must really like this.
So I have to
Wow.
leave it in like bookshelves and then like shrink wrap it and put a sticker on it that says like limited copy, second run, make it look like people are buying it.
Well, you got to be that advice guy. Like the guy's like, oh man, my life's gotten any better, and then you have you're at the high school and you got your broom and you're like pushing 5 of your copies of your book and you're like, oh, life's gonna get worse, son.
They have
Like that. And then he's like, what are you pushing? And you're like, well,
life's gonna get worse, son, and I'm evidence of that because I'm working as a janitor at a school, pushing around copies of my project that didn't take off.
but you're not doing actual cleaning. You're always pushing your books.
Well, that's I want to work.
You don't even work there. You're just dressed as a janitor. You come in and you're pushing it with your broom.
yeah. And they're
People are like,
"What
what's
are those
going on?
books?"
You're like, hey, I got to take out the trash. You want some?
The principal's like, who the hell are you? I'm like, you want to buy my book? And he's like, I'm calling the police.
You push it, and then they're like, "What are you pushing there?" He's like, "Oh, some hooligans were playing a game." And
There's
he's
so
like,
many
"I'm
people.
kidding."
you make it.
So many people have copies of this. They just don't know where to put them, so they start throwing them in the trash.
It's a legit strategy.
It is.
You could go to a senior home, and they'd be like, "Grandpa, what's this?" And he's like,
You used to
"I
play
have
it all the
no
time
idea."
when you were young.
Yeah, and he's like, "It's look at it. The copy says this year."
Just
And he goes, "I don't know. I'm
what are you
scared."
talking about, Grandpa? It's 2047. Just gaslight your fucking grandparents.
Dude.
Into,
You should try it.
Well,
it's easy. What is there to try? It's easy.
I don't know. You gotta make it fun.
You could just lie to old people. It's great.
Yeah, and you'd be like, "You played this game forever. Anyways, roll. It's your turn."
Roll.
So you'll be in the middle of a game. You'll gaslight him.
You were giving me a fucking B series funding for. You were gonna pay for my next printing. That's what you said. You loved it so much.
Oh God, yeah. I don't.
Jeez.
That's yeah.
Now I'll go cash your Social Security check for you, and I'll bring you back the amount that I promised you're supposed to have. So not only do I take the amount,
you don't bring any back.
Yeah, not only do I take money out of it for that, but then I come back and be like, okay, now you pay me, so I get the same amount twice.
True.
Yeah.
Get him. Got him.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
You shouldn't get old.
That's like really upsetting.
You shouldn't get
It's
old.
like, I don't feel good about that. Don't
So
get
ultimately,
old, man.
you've got a lot of different ways you could go about this.
I got a lot of
Dude,
ways. None of them
Sell
are
hot dogs and then put the book in it.
and like use it as the bun.
And you'll be like, "Do
Yeah.
you have any hot dogs?" And you're like,
No.
no."
You paid for the book. I saw you. I gave you the
$12 for a hot dog.
I gave you the fucking debit card pad, and you scrolled past all the terms and agreements where it says I don't sell hot dogs. You are acknowledging that I'm not going to give you a hot
They're
dog.
like, "What's the bun for then?" That was funny. And they're like, "You literally don't have any hot dogs." Yeah.
Well, so I guess my point. I can't wait to begin my deeply immoral advertising campaigns. One of many.
Go to karaoke and then
And
sing.
I'm glad
sing
we've
from the
written all
book.
these down now. So
I'm glad we're written all these down, so now the police know where to find me.
yeah,
Police know who did
No,
it.
but you do karaoke and then sing the RPG rules.
I
Sing the rule book
Yeah.
to the tune of a different song.
yeah.
That's
For
okay.
every song I do, I'm instead continuing to read the rule book. People are like, "Man, I can't wait to get to the next chapter."
Yeah. I'll pay your band to make a jingle.
You could go to
like a
police
jingle.
stations and just be like, "The killer has this book."
The killer has
And then it gets on the news.
I
And then on the news, they're like, "This book is crazy." And then it's just you going,
sit at it's a please sketch of me. I sit at glory holes, somebody sticks their penis through, I push the penis back and then slide through a rolled up copy of the book.
Yep. Yeah, great.
"Well, I got some material now."
the the dick comes through and I just kind of take the cover, just run it down the
Ow!
Oh,
fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah.
At least mine were more immoral, not painful.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do any of these things, obviously, because all these things are really fucked up. But it is funny to imagine.
Oh, I know another one. So it's like I think you should.
You've had enough.
It's like I think you should leave sketch. So
Great.
a giant a trash truck drives up. And it's full of the books, crammed, and you drive up.
I have spent thousands of dollars.
No, you make it, yeah. Like in the sketches, you would totally that.
I have already done everything else.
Yeah.
So these are like all the books that are left over.
You make it crammed, so the books are just too many of them, and then you drive up to the trashes that you're supposed to take, and you go, "I can't." There's too many books. Everyone's buying them.
All right. Well,
What?
And I can't take any
Hey,
more trash.
if-
And they're like,
if-
why'd you drive?
if you,
I can't take any more trash.
dear
Can't take
listeners,
any more trash.
if you don't want me to gaslight old people out of their pension funds and do all these other awful things, you are obliged to buy a copy of Trackmarks, bylecosmo.com, bylecosmo.com.
Be what?
BYL.
You don't really like post the notes on the pod.
C.
I don't even know where like half your links are.
Oh. Yeah, because I'm reading the link right now.
Oh, I'm trying to click it. It's not working.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was listening to it.
You were trying to click it?
Just somebody,
Yeah.
I can't wait for like a commenter to just be like, "Hey, I was trying to buy your book, but I realized I can't click sound. Can you help me?"
Yeah.
And then I reply, "The fact you pay me $6 to ask that, yes, I can help you.
Yeah.
It'll be another $6 to ask that."
What's
Yeah,
the-
no.
what's the-
Yeah.
Ask any questions. Yeah, we'll take them all.
What's the link again?
Wrongroom.net. We'll take all the questions.
That's
we
not
have
the
4
link.
right here. Did you have something that you wanted to get into before?
No.
Did you have a bit or something?
How dare
What's
you?
in the notebook?
Question number 1.
Question number 1. Shit. All right, these are in the order that we received them. So we have another question from Red.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello?
Red. Hi, Red.
Oh, that was
Hi,
loud.
Red.
I can.
Hi, Red.
I can click in your link.
Father, I cannot click the book. That is because I hate my wife. Red asked, "What's the coolest player death you've either had yourself or witnessed?" Which, when read verbatim, is a very different question.
Yeah, player, not
Yeah.
character death.
So I guess the first round of question would be, have any of you killed a guy?
Have you ever seen bestgore.com?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just read off a Bestgore link really quick. I'm gonna click that motherfucker, and there's the player death.
You know,
there's
I
my
actually
favorite
have a
player death.
legit side tangent on this one thing.
Wow.
So, Anthony,
What?
Anthony's been watching a lot of Bestgore. Bestgore.
Like recently?
Yeah, he's like, it's so much Bestgore that he treats it like a season of a show. Because as you know, the cartel do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And so he watches like, what's this season of the cartel?
That's not good.
Yeah, it's I hear a lot and he's just like, this season sucks.
He's so desensitized. He's in there fucking in a dark room on his PC auto-playing Bestgore videos, and he's like muttering to himself and making up like a narrative like it's the fucking Sopranos.
Well,
or
it does
something.
happen because there's
Like it's a Netflix show.
because they're gang fighting.
Yeah. I heard Bestgore they took out a lot of the really bad stuff.
Did they?
I've never
But,
even
like,
heard of this.
It's where
Someone told
I
me in
don't
high
need
school.
to know what it's where.
Someone
I get
told-
the idea.
Well, no, it's about like
horrible things happening. It's like Live Leak, but like
Yeah.
they collect the worst ones and then put them on the site.
it's a lot of blood,
A lot of gore, a lot of
blood and gore.
it's where I saw when I was like younger. It's where you stumble into when you're like a young teenager.
Yeah,
or
someone
whatever,
tells
and
you about it and you
beheading video. Oops, yeah,
Yeah, that's where you get them.
that's where that's where I saw a lot of that.
They just have gone downhill.
Yeah, they've gone downhill. Well,
to be
I
way
wasn't what I would say a frequent flyer, so it's concerning that Anthony is like fucking.
Actually, it's the
he's
opposite.
Like, he like pauses the video so he can sing like the fucking like Full House theme to himself, like it's a new episode starting. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my
Like,
God.
So it is the opposite because remember how bad quality was in the internet?
mm.
Now, 4K cameras.
I mean, the shit is. I've been hearing about the cartel videos. I haven't seen any, but I've heard they're,
Dude,
like, really
season
fucking
2,
bad.
episode 1. Let's just get right into it. So
Let's
there's
just-
a
let's
guy.
just- you know what? Let's just play the audio.
Oh my God, that's worse.
Videos.
That's worse. Like you were saying that the documentary now where they're making fun of the people that are eaten by bears.
Yeah.
And you were
Oh,
like
yeah.
laughing because you were like
Yeah,
people getting eaten by bears.
It
is
is
hilarious.
funny because they were being really stupid. They were really like overreaching there, like
Did you see that one?
Well, it's like the submersible people. It's funny those guys died.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like it wasn't even like
They
they,
didn't
were
even
red
suffer.
flags. It was, one
we found out we didn't even suffer.
because if it was a case where it's
The
like
kid didn't
all right,
deserve it though.
Well, I'd beg to differ. But it's well, no, but like because what people thought was going to happen was they're running out of air, and then they start like killing each other to preserve air, and they all die anyway. That I don't think I could make jokes about. That'd be horrible. They all died painlessly, so now I can make jokes about it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I would make jokes regardless. I'm
But
pretty
yeah.
cruel.
Yeah, you're pretty cool. Is that what you said? I'm pretty cool.
You
I
keep
make jokes
bringing
regardless.
that up.
No, I said cruel.
Oh, cruel.
But I'm cool.
Oh, you're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you're all cool.
I'm pretty cool.
I'm pretty cool. But no, there's so many blazing red flags that so many people had just willingly ignored again on that. You wouldn't even catch me dead on a submarine, let alone
I've been on
fucking,
a submarine, not when it's
have
running.
you?
Yeah.
Well, it's running, but I'm
but
not going in the water.
Even if it's just sitting on top of the water, you would never be curious enough to go in a
The ocean
submarine?
is scary.
Yeah, but the top's open.
Sky,
the top is open.
The sky is scary. We as humans were meant to be on our 2 feet on the ground. Planes should never exist.
That's not how it works, though.
Boats should
Evolution
never
says that
exist.
we were like more bacteria stuff when we swam, and then we got to the land. So
Yeah.
really, we were like more swimmers and
Oh.
growers.
We were growers.
We're
growers, not
swimmers.
showers.
You believe that?
Anyway,
I do. I think that is true because I don't know enough about it to dispute it.
For what?
Yeah, I don't fact check anything.
You don't?
Whatever my friends tell me, I'm like, yeah, that's probably right.
But
Yeah.
anyways, that was the actual character deaths, you see every life. But yeah, never.
Character deaths. You see player deaths IRL.
Yeah.
Just like I'm just picturing.
Wonderful.
No, I'm just picturing Matt Mercer getting like dragged out of a
Jeez.
worst player death of all time.
Oh my god. Dude, Bestgore was something that someone brought up in high school, and it was
Yeah.
like, whoops.
Yeah, oopsies. Yeah, traumatized forever now.
I think Ferris also showed some death.
Yeah, I'm fine now. Look at us.
Like
Let
the
me
person
know.
that like
I saw Gore videos.
their
I'm
whole
fine.
body was like eaten by piranhas,
That's cool.
except their feet.
That's cool.
Pretty gross.
Just feet like bobbing up to the surface. Like
No,
it's a
they
cartoon.
took the shoes off because they found a corpse.
Oh God.
Yeah, it screwed me up for like days. He's like, here's this random Gore video. I'm like, and he goes, really?
Yeah, check
'cause
this out. Oh,
I told him the next day, I'm like, actually, I couldn't sleep. I just thought about like the horribleness of it.
Yeah. This shit. Yeah.
That's why I only watch it during the daytime.
Mm-hmm. It's too.
Yeah.
If it's
It
if
bypasses
it's
Take
that.
some nightmare times.
if it's if it's scary during the daytime, then it's not real.
On a side mount.
Uh-huh.
Mount. I just thought I said that. That Amnesia game came out.
The what?
The Amnesia
What?
game. The bunker game.
Oh, the bunker did come out.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool as hell.
Did you play it yet?
I didn't play it.
Was there a demo?
I watched someone play. I watched Manly Badass Hero play through it.
I don't know who that is.
He's a really fun horror YouTuber,
I'm
and I'm
sure
too
he
much of. I'm honestly, I love watching horror games played. Way too much of a pussy to play it myself.
Really?
I
You
can't
said you
play
wanted to
myself.
get it.
I did want to get it. And I did
Just
want to
play
play
in the
it, but
daytime.
yeah,
no.
play in the
What do you know?
daytime,
It's
but
too
black out the
scary.
windows.
There's something
Yeah,
about.
it's fun to do that.
I have Alien Isolation. I still want to do the thing
Dude,
where
that's a great game.
you play it at night, you black everything out, but then you also turn on because it has a mic detection thing.
Oh, true.
I still want to do that, but I will never have the balls to do that.
That's a great game. I don't know if. Yeah, that was great. I liked it. The end, I just was surprised how long the game was. Didn't you play it for like 5 minutes?
I played it for like an hour or two
Why'd you stop?
because it didn't run well on my laptop.
Yeah, but you can play it now.
yeah.
I could.
You could play it right now.
But now it's like, yeah.
Look, the bunk. It's really cool. Amnesia in the Bunker is
doesn't
everything
age
I
very
wanted it
hard.
to
It's
be
great.
from a distance. I can watch horror movies. I can watch horror movies just fine and not have a problem. But the moment I'm in control, it adds like another level of
I
shit to
I
it
don't
that
like
I
horror
can't.
movies.
Wow.
I mean, I
That's
think
horrible.
that I empathize too much because I'm a good person.
Well, good. Then it allows you to
'Cause
train your empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And get a
Having
little
empathy is not a
spooked.
bad thing.
What?
Having empathy is not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it hurts. I'm like, ow. Because it's like,
you
because
fucking
even
psycho. Like you're fucking like you're fucking here like putting out cigarettes on the back of your
Yeah,
hand
but, like,
so you
the
don't have to
Delta-
feel like
such as like the Delta Green. That Delta Green picture you showed me actually made me creeped out
That-
because the implication of
oh.
it without knowing anything.
Yes.
creeped me out.
May I add to that? Because so I've been running.
All right,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thanks. The fuck?
you asked.
Yeah. So I've been running Impossible Landscapes for Delta Green for these guys and for another group as well, and I like running horror games a lot because it's not as scary when you're
You know everything.
playing them. Yeah, because I know everything.
It's awesome.
Well, but it is awesome. I also like tabletop role games as a player because there is still enough distance from what you're doing, what your character is doing, where it's not like a video game where it's an immediate one-to-one response. So I can still handle that, and I really like clues and mysteries. But I know shit's gonna be good when I'm reading a horror game I'm gonna run, and I know everything, and something still freaks me out. When I notice the eyes in that fucking Polaroid flash image. Chills, man.
Yeah,
fucking
you're sitting on the
chills.
commode and you're reading through, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Fucking A.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shitting.
That was okay.
No, but that was fucking horrifying. That was truly horrifying. I forget who noticed it the first time. Because
I
it was
guess I
somebody in
did.
Huh?
We totally didn't. Yeah, our group.
I didn't either. I didn't notice it either. It was somebody. It was somebody in the other group being like, "Are those eyes?" And I'm like, "Are those eyes?" I'm like, "Those are
I think
eyes."
if it was closer. I think if it was closer, I probably would know because I literally said, as you noted, that I knew that she was taking a picture of somebody.
Right.
But just the perspective had to be
the
that
way
way.
she was taking it, it's like she's trying to take a picture.
She's not in the center of
behind her.
the view.
Yeah.
So so I knew that, but I couldn't see it from that distance.
I also, upon second examination, I thought it might be like a misprint or like color carryover from the second page, but like where the eyes are is too.
Nah.
And maybe it's not eyes. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like a part of like the yellow sign or part of like the symbol or whatever. That's like because she,
Like peeking.
I'd have to see the
Something.
picture again.
I don't know.
I
I
bet
would-
it's eyes.
It's still fucking horrifying.
Yeah, that
It's still
creeped me
beyond
out.
Whatever it
Yeah,
is,
that
the
creeped
yellow
me out.
sign's got to go down. Yeah, info hazards, baby. Was there anything? Because I don't experience these events the same way you did, obviously, because I'm running it. Were there any parts in Impossible Landscapes that made you go, "Whoa"?
Oh, certainly. Playing the entire character that I am is really. I tried to do something completely different, which was just a full, just objective, willing to do violence.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What got you, if anything?
I mean, actually performing the killings.
Yeah,
it-
that was
Mercy
pretty
Day.
chilling.
Basically innocent people.
Yep.
That was pretty chilling. That got you as a player. You were just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of that in Delta Green. A lot more than there is in normal Call of Cthulhu.
And then out of character, most of the time, Matt was just continuing to go up as there's a fire underneath between that I don't know about.
yeah.
Huh? What do you mean?
What?
Continuing to go up into the hotel.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. What got you? What was the thing that mainly?
I
got
mean,
you?
the picture got me.
Yeah, the picture got me too.
I think it's just like the idea of probably the idea of the room that we're investigating, Abigail's room.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of being there at night and without any supernatural things happening, your mind taking over.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not if they're obviously we saw supernatural things, except one of us.
Yeah,
Yep.
except for Casey,
Yep.
he avoided
But-
everything.
Like in real life, we kind of hallucinate just from like really weird stuff, anyways.
Right. Let
Like,
alone
don't you
something
ever-
that's so charged.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes in my brain, I'll just like the idea of being watched.
Yep.
I think is
Uh-huh.
Hair
always
standing up on end.
like
yeah,
you're just
I hate
sleeping
that.
sometime, and all of a sudden you're like, "Am I being watched immediately?"
I used to get the shadows out of the corners of my eyes thing a lot. I don't anymore. The thing that doesn't nothing like that happens to me anymore. Except every once in a while, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and not know why, and that is the most horrifying thing.
Oh, I guess if you
hate
have
that
like
feeling.
meaning behind it, I just wake up in the middle of the night all the time, but I know it's because of booze.
I think what really got me there was
I just can't sleep.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've used it to try to
you want to like
what?
you're just like admitting to alcoholism on
No,
the podcast.
no, I'll be completely sober, but
Yeah.
if I have booze that day, I can't sleep.
That
Oh,
is
it, like,
true.
fucks
That
you
is an
up.
effect
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it has on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do it sometimes when I'm working late. I'll
Doesn't
be
make
like,
any sense.
I'll drink 6 hours before, but if I had it in my system,
Get
I'll be sober, but I will wake up at like really good morning times without having to be forced. I'll just be like, I'm awake because my whole body's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like palpitating.
There's poison inside me. There's poison.
It's palpitating. It feels like I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's
Nice.
great.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Do you ever have that?
No.
Oh,
you
yeah.
should maybe.
No, when you're standing, all of a sudden your heart, like
Yeah.
randomly, your heart will palpitate.
Yeah, and you're just like, is this
insane
it?
speeds.
Maybe you both should go, doctor.
Oh, I did. I'm good.
I did once, and they said we want some tests, and I go, nope. That's true. That's actually
You
true.
said no.
No.
Well, I was like, I don't know if I want to spend the money.
I think you should maybe go do those
I
tests. now that
technically
you have
wasn't
money.
going to spend the money because it's my
No.
mom's insurance.
Uh-huh.
It was more like a weird pride thing. I was like,
Yeah.
eh. They're like, we want some blood tests. I'm like, for this?
For this?
I'm like, eh.
man.
Should have done it. Now I got to pay for it.
Yeah,
So
now
I
you
would've done
gotta
it.
do it.
They were wondering why I didn't do it.
Probably should.
No, you gotta gotta do that.
What do you
Player
guys,
death.
What do you guys
No,
think of
Jesus.
the fucking
That is
the thing that's really so Impossible Landscapes? Because I'm running Master Nyarlathotep as well. Master Nyarlathotep is cool because there's like it's huge and sprawling. So there's a lot there.
Yep.
Impossible Landscapes is shorter, but it's weirder. So things get so much fucking crazier. I've been reading the next section because I'm gonna start running it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and oh my fucking god, it goes off the rails. But what do you think about the 20-year time skip? I thought that was super interesting.
It's like an it.
Yeah.
It is like an it. Yeah. I thought it's so cool
I
because
like that.
because it's like, well, it's interesting because most of the characters are going to be in their 30s. So then to advance them by 20 years, it's like twilight of the career. I'm not in my prime.
Yeah.
I've had all these experiences, and now this shit like comes back.
I should have been 99, and then I'm like, why are you still alive? I'm like, for some reason, I'm
You
alive.
picked to be 102 over your risk character. I would be like, you just die. Like that's it.
I'd be like, no, but you said 25 years. You didn't say how.
2015. We don't have fucking. We don't have the technology for that.
There's ghosts. Ghosts can do that.
There are ghosts. But yes, I guess we could actually talk about cool character deaths. That's what Red meant. What is the coolest character death? Either you or yourself. Either you had yourself or you witnessed.
I had one of my characters be hit by a chess piece, every round.
Like Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone style?
Yeah, because I was in its railway. And
It wasn't not a chess piece.
It was
like a giant juggernaut machine.
Yeah.
Like a train?
It was true
Worse
to train
than a
on
train. Me. Like a train, the front of a train that's then built with a wall to completely seal in the entire corridor it's going through with spinning spikes and
like a
grinders.
death wall, like a Final Fantasy, like fucking moving death wall sort of thing.
You can never find that music again, but it was basically like a thumping noise, and it just was me for 6 rounds being dead and coming back and being dead
and it's
coming back.
That's horrifying.
And the whole
Everyone
time,
else is just
the whole time
ready
he
to
knew
go.
there was a secret door right where he was trying to get to that would let him go, but he couldn't find it. He couldn't roll high enough to find it.
I thought because everyone else already ran through it and they didn't help me.
Yeah, that's true.
They got out.
They
They got out. And they healing word and then they went back in.
So
they didn't grab me.
So not only were you stuck in an infinite death loop, and then also you had tantalizingly you had escape dangled in front of you, but they also abandoned you.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
I remember
horrifying.
that was a good one because I laughed for like 15 minutes straight. He just kept playing the music and taking the miniatures and
He
just
loved
making
it.
smashing
He loved
motions.
On that same probably year, I blew up the bathroom, and so Casey killed my character.
You blew up the bathroom?
Remember, it just was. I went to the bathroom, and it was very smelly. And then Casey killed my character. I was like, I have a druid I made, and he was like, "Fuck!" because that bathroom smelled really bad.
He's like, Casey, look at what I made.
And so he killed my character.
He took a video of what he did in the bathroom and posted it to Bestgore.
Yeah, he killed my
I don't
character.
know if I killed your character.
You did like 60 damage as a player-to-player player-to-player PvP damage.
He just shits up your bathroom that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember the smell.
See, I told you.
Oh fuck!
I told you, he literally
The
killed my
hell?
character.
What were you eating? No, you know what? No, was this in Black Forest? Was this in the fucking
Probably
in the
pizza.
day?
Probably
was that
we'd
in
have
that day?
pies and
Just
Because
a
I
lot of
remember what
pizza.
our diets were like back
Just
on those gaming
pizza.
days. Bottles of cream soda.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You know,
God,
Just
yeah.
curdling
all
the
that shit.
pizza.
Yeah.
Keep the doors closed, you know? Don't let that out.
Oh man,
I feel like I have a character death all my characters. So,
I think
but those
it's
are the
kind
most
of your
notable.
goal.
to have someone die.
And then, yesterday I blew up.
Yeah, he got incinerated.
You did. That was literally just happened, but ideally we'll be getting you back.
I know Casey. He's going to prevent you from doing it.
You know what's funny? Because I'm playing a paladin and I'm supposed to be like the goody two shoes, but I'm not.
You're not.
But like I'm still a goody two shoes compared to the rest of the group because
No.
the rest of the group are pieces. You guys are fucking assholes.
I didn't do anything
Not
wrong.
true.
Kurgax is an asshole.
He is, but Kurgux is built in a manner and designed in a way where he's an accidental anti-hero.
I don't care.
But he doesn't.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
From my character's perspective, I'm just like, we've had some good buddy cop moments, but I don't think at any point I don't think at any point our characters have really liked each other.
What is my? Why
Cortex doesn't like anyone.
What has
I
my
know.
character been bad? I've never been bad.
Well, you're just kind of.
I just implied because of my overarching.
You're a real estate agent. That immediately.
No,
makes
I'm not.
You fucking
You
worse
always
than-
say I'm not a real estate agent. I want the entire place. I want the entire place of Icewind Dale to be flooded in order. Then I'll be a real estate agent.
That
I
is
wanna
in
kill
a roundabout
everybody.
way. That is real estate development.
But I don't need to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm a surveyor.
Yeah.
I built myself as a surveyor. And now I'm a surveying of the ghost lights.
And it's funny because we're also doing this in D&D 5th edition where none of this fucking matters.
Yep.
Well, I'll be dead, though, if you don't do it in time.
We're going to get you.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know. We'll have a hiatus. We'll forget. I'll come back and be like, did my character die? It's Sprit and I'm dead.
And then all of us will be like, no, I don't think, no. We got through that, you know? And
No, he's
just
dead.
Gaslight Ben and just be like, what are your notes don't say, you know? I don't know what you're talking about. And skip an entire part of the campaign.
Trying to think of any other. I already said before, but they left one of my characters in hell.
Yeah, that was.
That's fuck.
Every time I describe it, I seem like that most. I seem like the most annoying player on the table.
Your character has like a lot
Literally, we finished the entire campaign, got access to hell, and then we were like, "Oh no!" It was the running gag throughout the entire game, which is the angel is like, "And what about the rabbit?" And we're like, "We don't even know him. We don't know who that rabbit is."
That's so.
And so they left me there.
That's
because they don't know who I am.
You've had, first of all, I don't think you're the most annoying player at the table, obviously.
Definitely not.
Like, it's like, I could think of plenty of other people that
as
would
someone
fit that
listening
mantle.
to it, they just seem
Right.
like, wait, why would they do this person if they
Well,
hate him?
your character has so many, I would describe your character as having worse than death experiences. Your character is having uniquely potent feelings of abandonment and suffering before they die.
And then Ignatius, since I didn't, I got bodied by a devil, or Emily's character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the very end, I was like, I've been talking this whole time. Everything's in my social powers. And then the end, I was bodied by a golden devil, and then I didn't die, but I kind of like limped away, and then went to some dimension or something.
Yep.
There was a character death that made me, I don't remember what game it was. It was a character death that made me cry. I don't remember.
You were
It
like,
wasn't mine. It was somebody else's.
you were like 10, and you're like, damn it.
No, it was in like college.
Oh, really?
I think it was. I feel like it might have been. Was it a game I was running or a game you were running? No, the thing that made me tear up during Ravenloft was fucking Dench's adoptive father disowning him in a way.
Oh yeah,
That fucked me up. That
Yep.
was really sad.
That was
probably the
early
most-
on.
Yeah.
That set the tone well.
That was probably some of the most intense role playing. I mean, that campaign in general is the most intense role playing I've ever done. But I would say, Ben's character's death was pretty fucking crazy. That was probably the most memorable one to me.
Bellamy.
Bellamy dying was fucking. Because I mean, it did like completely recontect. It was just such a narratively. Rarely has an event that was kind of like. It didn't need to end up that way. But the dice gave it a very narratively interesting and satisfying kind of.
Yeah.
There was a lot of moments in that campaign where the dice just kind of let thematic arcs resolve.
What's wild
It was
is
weird,
I let
you know?
I let you just follow your own path, and it was only near the end when you realized that path was straight into darkness.
Yep. Yeah. Which I mean, that's how that seems like how dark, or at least that's how you showed it. How like Dark Lords and Ravenloft are made, which is like the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You know what I mean?
Every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time.
Well, except for like an alligator and a mummy, I think.
Sometimes.
They're just like, hey, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. Man, I don't know. I feel like it might have also been maybe something in Blue Mountain. I'm sure there was something. But Bellamy is probably the one that comes to mind immediately. What about you?
My characters don't die.
Yeah, well, but okay, nice, cool, very nice. Rub it in, why don't you? But what about other people's?
No, I've had some characters die. Other people's. I mean, I had forgotten all about the blowing up of the bathroom.
Yeah, and you were just like, PvP. I'm like, hey. And I'm like, well, that's legal.
This is what happens for shitting up my back.
And then later, you had characters which had a whole tribes of people, and they were all massacred from another player.
Yep. Leaving Bosch in the state that he was in at the end of the campaign. He's not really dead, but absorbed into a different dimension.
Was that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how that. Is he dead?
He is suspended.
All I remember is it being like, I don't remember that. What happened?
Yeah. Or it might be Ryan. Oh, it might have been Ryan's character.
I don't think it's Bosch, because Bosch is like, his whole thing was that, like, you know, he had that whole thing with Q, and then he, like, lost his legs and stuff, and now he's like, it was his road to becoming captain.
Fired
material,
Ryan
basically.
Into the Doomsday Machine.
We did. Yes, we did.
Because he's an AI.
Yep. And then we're just like, who cares? He's a machine. Who cares? Machines can't think or love. Who cares? iRobot. What's that?
Was it with the box? I thought it was only the AI version.
I think I don't remember how that worked.
Was it with the box?
For some reason, why can't I recall that? I recall so many other parts of that campaign. It has been a bit. That was a good one. Well, I don't know. He's a machine, so who cares? What time are we at? Because maybe we got
that's not a character. Well, it is a character death.
Lay it on me. Player death works too. Did I die?
No, but NPC death.
I have an NPC death as well.
NPC death.
What was the NPC
Grandma
death?
in Blue Mountain.
Oh yeah, after the fucking your character's grandma.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there because my
yeah.
character had a relationship with her.
The fucking was
I was
that
also
the bus? Was that the infamous bus?
Yeah, it was the bus.
Dude,
that was Grandma.
I had some cultists shoot up like a fucking old person like charter bus in that. Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
That's probably the single most shocking thing I've ever done in a game.
Yeah,
that was pretty fucking.
But
crazy.
my grandma wasn't on that bus. My grandma was at home, being turned into a clockwork interdimensional being.
Yeah. Yeah.
That fucking Evil Deaded me.
Oh yeah, because we came back together. I think as characters because I lived in that place.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking crazy. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah, so you weren't on
really
the bus.
Dark.
Was it just me on the bus then?
You were the only player character on the bus.
Yeah, because I remember I jumped out in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so then later you were like, "How's my grandmother?" And I'm like, "Boy."
Yeah.
And then we went back.
Yeah. That was intense.
And then being thrown from a car twice at lethal speeds.
Yeah, getting in 2 car accidents in World of Darkness. New World of Darkness, which the rules are dangerous. Like, fucking, you die easy from a car crash in that game.
But half the car crashes was me just rolling out the window and down a fucking cliffside.
That's true. I mean, you are on a mountain after all.
There was actual car crashes that resulted in death.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I always remember was the one that, like, you guys, like, ran up on like Noble's character and you crashed into him and you went off the road and some people died on impact and the rest of you just had a shootout in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Like, no
that was the last scene. Yeah.
That was fucking horrifying. That was really good. A lot of my MO when I run a lot of games like that is to introduce a lot of NPCs and then kill ones off that I don't have any use for. And it always and what's interesting, it always ends up being compelling because players will have formed attachments to these NPCs that I maybe didn't recognize because I was like busy doing my own thing. Patrick's character in Estrato Zero, his the photographer Kenji.
Yeah.
That whole thing was sad. That whole thing was super sad. I don't know why we're focusing on sad deaths, but I guess the sad deaths are the most memorable. And
they're memorable,
NPCs tend to be the ones who have the sad deaths.
What, like the time that I killed Orcus? Is that really that entertaining?
Or in the end of Planescape, when I waited for them to leave the room and then I took the eye.
Yeah.
And Jim was like,
good.
no. I'm like, you got out of the room.
You left the room, motherfucker.
I was like, I was waiting.
Gosh. I think one of the main core things that built those 2 games together, Ravenloft and Planescape, and why it really fits like a campaign is temptation.
Mm-hmm.
I was all
theme.
in with my second character.
Temptation is a huge theme, and especially when you build a theme around that and you have typical, murder hobo D&D characters who are all about giving in to temptation.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster. And a great billowing disaster.
Yeah.
Both those campaigns were awesome. Slowly exploding disasters.
Yeah.
I think NPCs I think tend to have the most interesting deaths because they're more disposable. But to characters, sometimes a character dying can be a lot better than everyone they love dying. But I remember Ilvara from Out of the Abyss. I mean, she got impressed into the party early on. She even survived the time skip and converted away from Lolth, and then ended up dying in like the final battle. And it was just like fucking. That was sad because it's just like fuck, like she made it all this way just to and she changed so much just to end up
good.
Yeah,
it's boring if the character just lives. I try and
kill me.
Threats. There's
gotta kill me whenever you can.
Yeah.
Matt will take a death anywhere. I gotta get that good death.
Yeah.
Every death is a good.
You have to very meticulously arrange everything.
Curb stomped by bugbears.
Death is death, even in games.
Yeah. Man, what a fucking somber way to end an episode.
It's somber if you think about it that way.
Yes.
It's a new character you get to make.
That is true. It is a new character you get to make.
Yep, that's always the excitement.
New 3d6 down the line you get to roll.
I think I've killed characters intentionally just so I could play a different character.
Yeah. I feel
Many
like
times.
that's a faux pas, to be honest. Because I have a friend who will do that a lot, like when we're playing OSR stuff. Which the stats don't even matter that much anyway.
Yeah,
but he'll roll
OSR.
those stats and be like, well, I'm just going to get him killed. And it's like, that completely violates the integrity of the game.
The whole goal is just, it isn't what you roll, it's how you survive.
Right.
With those games.
Which that's what drives me crazy when it's like, that he rolls a low character, then he's like, oh, well, I'm just going to go get him killed. It's like, well, now I can't even trust that you're playing in good faith. Like, and you're mad because why? You got a -1 on charisma, which you barely use if you don't have a fuckload of hirelings anyway.
Because
who cares?
That would be against my philosophy because I would want the weakest member to survive.
Oh, yeah.
Out of all the, the biggest, strongest one, I'd be like, I hope he dies.
When
the weakest though would be the most fun because it's like, how did you get here? I'm like drooling, limped, and they're like, this is like a Mount Everest. How did you climb Mount Everest?
Yeah, how are you here? I don't know.
Like,
yeah.
Where am I? I'm like, what the hell?
Just one foot in front of the other.
I'm just 1 foot.
In the other Impossible Landscapes game, we had some physical stat reductions due to aging, which is going to happen. And one of them had their fucking strength reduced to 3. So they have like the lowest possible strength.
Oh my god!
Wow.
So it's really interesting because I mean it impacts the guy's like physical condition.
Can't run.
How is he going to be able to
I guess he can run.
be doing like the investigation he's supposed to be doing? It's very true detective like that, and I love that. I love that I love it reflecting life like that because you can't control not everything, but like to a point you can't control the limitations you have in life, especially when age comes for you. So it's like, but it's fun to work with it. It's fun to kind of,
Then you play fourth, and then whenever you get to the Paragon Pass, all of them are immortal.
Yeah.
Like
then
every
the
single
game
one of
stops
them?
mattering. Yeah.
I love that because it's like every single, no matter what path you pick, they all is, if you die at level 20, you'll come back in like, it's either like that second or maybe in like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
There's an explosion that happens. Those were all, I love the end of all the fours because they're like literally, it's like, we finally killed him, and then a giant nuclear bomb goes off, and then you come back. Every single one was like that.
Because the power levels are just, it gets so insane in 4th edition. Yeah. At least it admits that it's high hero fantasy.
Because in 5th, I think only the monk becomes immortal. No, he stops aging. They're not
Stops
immortal.
aging.
The paladin
yes.
does that thing where they get like a holy angel guy or whatever, I don't remember.
You're not affected by disease, though, so you're virtually the same as monk. But monks just stop aging.
Aging can be seen as
Fourth
disease.
edition, you'd have to take the Paragon path to then take the
I think there's one.
to be Archlich, I believe.
Yeah, but the other ones can become immortal too.
Yeah, there's
I
quite a
picked
few
one
that
for
could.
the mech that just gave him wings.
Sometimes it's just like you're a dude that's in the forest a lot. You're immortal.
I know.
That's literally it. Yeah,
You're a grocer. You're a 20 level grocer. You backed enough milk. You're immortal. And you're like
20 level grocery.
You fall down. If you go to 0, milk comes out of anywhere and coupons fly, and then you come back. It's like
Yeah,
literally 4th was like that.
Yeah,
It was the most vague notion of you coming back. All of them are like that. There wasn't a single 20 I remember where you just explode. and then you just come back. Or like
Yeah.
some you'd heal, do like a huge heal aura,
But
and you come back.
but the public play for 4th edition was very lethal.
Was it?
I saw many characters die.
And then I changed it, and then it became not lethal anymore.
Was it? Man, I didn't see any.
I don't remember
Like-
4th being lethal at all.
I came in like towards the end of 3rd edition, and I never really played much. And then 4th edition when I really started playing, but I never did organized play. And it'd have been a
did
cool
anarchy
time
play?
to do that. Anarchy play?
What was it? What do you mean unorganized? You mean you didn't go to conventions or something?
I didn't. Yeah, well, I was like a kid in like high school. So
Whoa!
I didn't like go anywhere. I didn't do anything.
You didn't play with groups?
I played with my own groups, but I didn't play like public play, like
Oh.
organized play,
Oh, like if public play was
open
more
table
lethal?
type shit.
I don't know if I did. either.
First Call of Cthulhu game I ever played was public, and that had some of the best deaths I've ever seen in a game.
Oh hell yeah!
It was a one-shot. It was literally, I was there, and he's like, hey, I'm running Call of Cthulhu. Whoever wants to come over and play. So I went over, and I think there were 9 players. There were 2 characters that survived in just
Yeah.
a manner of being
Yeah.
just completely broken and just being like, we got to just find a way to get as far away as possible.
Man, yeah, that is cool. I feel like the reason why I like Delta Green more than Call of Cthulhu is because Call of Cthulhu now has this reputation. Like it's also been ruined by normies.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, haha, Cthulhu, or yeah, I'm gonna go like die and shit. And it's like at least Delta Green establishes these stakes where it's like you have a job, and if you don't do your job, like everything is affected. Like it
Yep.
kind of presents insanity. Insanity and death isn't supposed to be fun.
No.
Like Call of Cthulhu does have a pulp thing, but everyone treats it like it's pulp, and that's not necessarily true. The things that these characters undergo shouldn't be fun. Your goal shouldn't be to go into one of these sessions with the intent of going insane and dying,
Yeah.
even though that is probably going to happen.
Mm.
You know, it's like you should go in with the. It's the same thing with like playing in bad faith, right? Like if somebody rolls low stats, like I'm just gonna kill this character so I can roll another one. It's
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
then your whole experience is compromised. If you're going into Call of Cthulhu like, oh, my character's gonna die, instead of thinking like, oh, I'm gonna survive. I'm going to try and survive no matter what. You know, it's like, then why are we playing this game?
Because
you
I
know?
mean, in Delta Green, I know that Casey and Ben are playing separate than me. I was just wanting to save Abigail.
Yeah.
For like a
Yeah.
for like a duty. So
And I built.
I'm doing counterintuitive stuff to go into the insanity, but mostly just because eventually I believe they'll find that point where I could save her. Not that I'm trying to go insane, but like maybe I'll get to that point.
That's something I want you to keep in mind when we do the aging up and stuff like that, because I think the general sense is, I don't know if you guys outright said this, but the other group did, which is you started the investigation and you're like, this isn't really about Abigail anymore. Abigail's kind of a lost cause. We
They
have
said
something,
that. I didn't say
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But the other group said that too, but it's very interesting. There's a lot of things we could do specifically for that if you are like, no, I'm not giving up on this.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Which
That's
might
why
even
I walked
explain,
in.
because if you don't show up tomorrow, there is an interesting thing. It might explain why he gets back on the trail first.
Yep.
But some of these things that happened 20 years ago start coming back. So it would make sense that you show up later because maybe you didn't have your experience yet.
I was going to say
you know?
that during that 20 years, he took my wife. He
Why?
sloshed her.
You cuck him? He sloshed her?
He sloshed her.
You sloshed my wife? So your relationship breaks down?
Yeah, it's
What?
been a,
Or
No,
are you just going to be like,
been a
nah,
long
no,
while.
she
It's been a
deserves my
while.
wife.
Jason's gonna
Yeah.
do. Damn, Slosh, you even did my wife.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
shake my hand.
Shake my hand.
well, so the whole idea,
Shake my hand.
the whole idea for that character was initially going, I want to try and play Delta Green by taking the prompt as seriously as possible
That's what you do.
of what Delta Green says. This
You're
is
an
what your
agent.
character does.
Yeah, you're an
This
agent.
is what
Yeah.
his goals are.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, what's interesting about that game is every time I've played, or a lot of the games that you've run, it's always, here's what your job is, and then very quickly you start to always then see, there's a lot of other things going on besides my job, and then the game always then goes full deep into just, that's my job.
It gets fucking, yeah.
And goes crazy. I was like, what if I try and make a character that's entirely focused in the mindset of what the prompt of being a Delta Green agent is?
Yep. Stop looking at things. Do your job.
I think that's,
But 20 years have passed.
yes.
And there's one thing that would continue to go through Arnstein McNabb's mind. And that would be the description of the person that he never met, that both you and Ryan's character shared.
Which guy?
Oh wait, no, it was Ben. It was Ben and Ryan's character. I forget which one, but it might have been the guy at the bar. That was up in
Mark
the
Rourke?
Mm-hmm.
The one who's talking with Roger Caron?
Yeah.
What about him?
Because that's the only thing that Arnstein McNabb ever actually got close in terms of a direct discussion on the stuff that was happening in the hotel, in the apartments.
I think it was just, sorry, go ahead. You had your arms out like you were going to continue.
I was.
You should have seen the gesticulation on this man. What were you saying? Continue.
Mercy took both of them aside and got a description.
So he was trying to make sure
exactly what they saw.
They both saw the same thing.
Oh, yeah. So clearly, something bad's going on enough to unnerve you, but not enough to drive you insane.
Oh, that and all the murders I did.
Oh, all the murders, yeah.
But
which I mean,
it's implied that I've had many by then, but never in this situation.
And then as you further your Delta Green career, because this implies what's kind of going on here. It implies you guys are new in Delta Green. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean you're new in your careers, but you're new in Delta Green. And so you are going to get a Delta Green operative background that maybe reflects the fact that you're doing the thing you do, which is continuing to solve these problems with violence, but it's chipping away at you like it didn't quite, when you were, elsewhere. But I like, you made the ideal Delta Green agent. You made the Delta Green agent that Delta Green always wants agents to be, but it is something they never get because it is impossible.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see how far you can last as an ideal Delta Green operative, because it kind of shows, and part of the horror of Delta Green is that the entire premise of Delta Green is flawed.
Yeah.
These are things these are incursions you can't really contain. You can't really preserve your humanity or sanity in the face of these things, but there's not really any other choice, because if things like this were left to fester, who the fuck knows what would happen?
Yeah.
Horrible, horrible things.
Yeah, I mean, because my vision, because you're obviously the ideal. My vision was, if the cat's already in the bag, I want to know where the bags are.
Yeah,
as you guys were saying, and
I like it.
The contaminations. If I'm already affected enough by it, then I might as well try.
But wait, if the cat's already out of the bag, you want to know where the bags are? The cat's already left the bag. Why don't you look for the cat?
Because in this Delta Green instance, it literally is a dimensional bag.
So,
and there's other portals. True. There's other bags cats come from.
That's I know. I think Matt's analogy is great, because it is literally like,
we know this isn't the only place.
Your entire organization has fought unnatural incursions this whole time, but not much credence has been put in where the fuck do these things come from anyway. Probably because the people who have seen it have gone completely fucking insane.
I actually know where it comes from, I can close it.
Yeah,
maybe.
But also, I'm here to save Abigail. For me, that's why I kept going up.
Very True Detective. I like that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I guess
I gotta piss.
Yeah, we're gonna stop for now, and then we'll answer the other 3 questions.